Pope Francis has called on Catholics to encounter their Muslim brothers and sisters with outstretched hands and open hearts. 20 years ago, long before Pope Francis's welcoming words, and well before 9/11, Catholic Theological Union in Chicago began a pioneering program in Islamic studies. The impulse for having such a program came from two sources: CTU sponsoring religious communities, many of whose members worked in majority Muslim countries, desired to have their seminarians understand in a respectful and accurate way the traditions and spirit of Islam. The other came from the prompting of CTU's lay friends, business and civic leaders in Chicago. One of the first to have the idea was Jim DENNY, who, on a trip with CTU to Israel and Jordan in 1998, realized the importance of outreach to the Muslim world.
The experience that Kate and I had in 1998 during our trip to the Holy Land with Father Senior was, of course, a very special meeting for Christians. To walk on the ground Christ walked on is one in a lifetime experience. But the Holy Land is also a unique experience because of its importance to the world's two largest religions, Christianity and Islam, which between the two of them accounts for more than 50% of the world's population. Having shared the world with each other for 13 centuries, it forces one to ask why we don't know more about each other, when a better understanding might have led to acceptance, then conversations, and potentially a lessening of tension and conflict in the world.
Another very important voice of wisdom for CTU was TALAT OTHMAN, a Muslim and a highly respected Chicago business leader. He had a close friendship with Cardinal George, and through that contact was invited by CTU to join an advisory board to help get the program launched.
The relationship between the Muslims and Catholic communities in Chicago is extremely important for both communities. Engagement with Professor Scott Alexander was a godsend for both the Catholic and Muslim communities. His scholarship and activism in the Muslim communities benefited us immensely by speaking out about true Islamic teachings. His involvement shed more light in the Muslim communities on the outstanding work that CTU does in the areas of intercultural, economical, and interfaith partnerships, as well as social justice. I know that I speak for the Muslim communities when I say that I am grateful and proud of him and his accomplishments.
One of the first decisions CTU made in shaping its Catholic Muslim Studies program was to hire a director who had not only the academic background necessary, but who understood the spirit of this new initiative. CTU was blessed with Dr. Scott Alexander.
I always knew I had some kind of ministerial vocation, but it was difficult to discern exactly what shape that would take. And I had this burning interest in Islam, discovering the faith of my Muslim sisters and brothers, and wasn't quite sure how that actually integrated into my own faith identity as a Catholic. And I was teaching at Indiana University, a great institution, but something didn't feel right about being there. And I saw an advertisement for a new program in Catholic Muslim Studies. It was the first time I saw those words so close together on a page, and yet they reflected a reality that I had been living for a long time. And the more I found out about Catholic Theological Union and its mission and how it understood interreligious dialogue to be such a central part of that mission, I had a strong sense that this was the right place for me.
At the heart of the program would be rigorous courses, contact with Muslim professors, and a true experience of the Muslim community. CTU was blessed by the contributions of adjunct Muslim professors Ghulam, Haider, Aasi, Inamul Haq of Elmhurst College, and Shamar Hemphill of the Inner City Muslim Action Network. After 20 years of the program's success, CTU was now ready to hand over its direction to a dynamic Muslim scholar, Dr. Saeed Atif Rizwan.
He's a dynamic young scholar and in so many ways a perfect fit for CTU. He shares in a deep, deep way some of the basic elements of our mission. He loves his students. He loves and is passionate about his research, and he's a great leader. And he will become the director of Catholic Muslim Studies moving on. And he's got some incredible ideas for the future of the program. And I just can't wait to sit back and watch some of those ideas come to fruition.
Over time, the program would reach the national and international stage, developing collaborative and innovative programs with organizations ranging from the National Catholic Muslim Dialogue with the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops to community organizing and training programs with the Inner City Muslim Action Network. And of course, the signature annual In Good Faith program, bringing together leaders from the Jewish, Christian, and Muslim communities to share a meal and dialogue on issues of common concern. The primary purpose of the Catholic Muslim Studies program, of course, has always been to prepare CTU students, men and women, to be bridge builders and peacemakers.
Studying at CTU was a place where I could work closely with Muslim and Christian colleagues in the classroom, where we had access to outstanding library resources, but then also organizations like the Interfaith Youth Corps and the Archdiocese's work to promote dialogue, and different Islamic centers in the city. I bring all of that into the classroom today.
The training I received at CTU, again, both in the classroom and outside of the classroom, through the diverse conversations that I had with my classmates and my professors, and also in dialogue with the text that I was reading, really has shaped how it is that I conduct interfaith relations in my line of work.
Several years ago, Monsignor Jack Egan, one of Chicago's great Catholic priests and a champion for justice, urged CTU faculty to be both bold and faithful, to be faithful to the beauty and depth of our Catholic tradition, but also to be bold, to dare to reach out to our wider world in a spirit of reconciliation and peace. That is the guiding spirit of the program we celebrate this evening, and that is the mission of Catholic Theological Union itself.